Alright, so Valkyrie is definitely a success upon launch and got so many potential in Apex Legends. For sure, she provides so much and got place in the meta and can even be used competitively in ranked and even maybe in comp. And all of that ties in with her jetpack passive. If you really want to get into the movement and look flashy like your favorite streamers like Fade, Lyric, Asu, Valkyrie is literally them on easy mode. Now before I go through what I learned, firstly you want to go through your settings and check your jetpack controls. On default it will be set on toggle, but I changed mine on hold since I recently bought paddles to connect to my PS4 controller and I can press jump without ever having to take my thumb off the stick. It will feel more fluent and feel like you have more control over your jetpacks, and it will really come down to personal preference. If you have paddles, if you don't have paddles, which one will feel more comfortable for you to use. Now to start off, let me just identify how not to use her passive.
Fuck you, right there. Leave fire.
Valk.
Fuck you.
Hey. Looks real dumb. With the two clips I show here, you can see the enemy Valkyrie just flying aimlessly around the sky. That is what you do not want to do, because if anybody was to catch you like that in the sky, you are guaranteed to get knocked easily. Instead, if you want to be aggressive with your jetpack, you want to do short bursts with it. You move quickly and you could do multiple at a time, and when you input which direction you want to go, you move like let me say if you want to move left, you aim your left stick to that direction and you do a burst, you instantly move to that direction. It's so quick that some players find it kind of unpredictable to track a Valkyrie in the air. Useful to dodge bullets, to retreat, trying to make a drop on an enemy and get yourself a knock. In hindsight, when I think about it, I really didn't think it would have worked that well, but I'm honestly surprised how well it worked. If you can master bursting over people's head, at least on console, since not a lot of people will be playing on a high sensitivity, it will be so quick that the enemy will not have time to react. They will not have time to turn around and fight back in time to defend themselves. Every fight I have done this, it always worked 100% in my favor. Now there is more to just that if you want to go to the more advanced things with a jetpack. First one is actually Valk having a hidden fourth passive, and that is actually having a replication of Horizon's passive herself. No fall stun whenever you fall from a high distance. If you can time it correctly to go into jetpack mode and then back out quickly, you completely reset your fall distance and it will end up landing like if you was to jump off a truck. Using this to get to jump on your enemies is also amazing, but then again you have to time it perfectly to cancel the stun and be able to draw your gun out quickly upon landing. Now zipline hopping can be really hard to master, especially on controller. You know, the ones where people will go up a zipline and they will just keep bouncing back and forth on the zipline. You can simply jump off, do a quick burst, and you also turn around at the same time and then you hop back on again. It may not be as fast as you see your favorite streamers doing it, but it's still very effective. If you master wall jumping in Apex, Valkyrie can also add so much by adding a burst after jumping off a wall, and even if somebody is able to react to your wall jump and is able to trace you, just adding a burst with your jetpack and getting over their heads or going in any other direction can completely throw them off guard. Overall, her movement feels amazing. One thing I feel like it will be a downside is if you're playing on controller and playing with the regular controller settings, or any settings where you have to take your thumb off of the right stick to jump. Applying these tips can be a little bit harder. I suggest learning button puncher or whatever layout that you can use to jump without taking your thumb off your right stick, or even buying paddles or a custom controller that is built with paddles on the back so you can have much more control with your jetpacks. But anyways, that's really it for today, and yet we still haven't even covered over all the rest of Valkyrie's abilities and all the other useful tips that I could go over with her. So if you want to see a video on that, comment down and let me know. Also drop a like on today's video if you enjoy, and also subscribe to help the channel grow and for more Apex Legends tips, guides, anything you like. I hope you all are doing great, keeping it 100, and I will see all of you all in the next video. Later.